Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button. Please do subscribe. I'm here in my flat in Rochester. I've been battling depression for a few days. I live by myself and I have done for a long time, and sometimes it gets on my nerves, but I just get on with my life. It's 11 minutes past 8 on a Tuesday evening. I'm here in my flat with my lovely dog Max and my two cats, and I've had a bit of a, well, it started off okay. I went out to the co-op this morning, had a brief chat with the lady in the co-op, got myself out, got myself shopping, and I was feeling okay. Got back into my flat. I like my Magnums, so I ate my Magnum lolly. I like Magnums. I was trying to get myself back on track, so I was quite happy. I didn't have a headache. I wasn't feeling miserable. I went out onto my balcony. Next door's dog was on the balcony and it was barking. I felt like I couldn't sit outside and enjoy the sun. When I did sit on my balcony, the woman next door kept coughing like he does upstairs, and that made me feel like shit. Because I don't like being reminded of what happened for the past 3 years I've tried to forget about. So she was coughing. I was sat in the corner of the balcony doing a video and she started coughing. So that pissed me off because I felt like I couldn't sit on my balcony in peace. That pissed me off. I took Max out and we had a walk and that was okay. And I came back indoors and I was happy because I'd got everything I needed from the shop. I got my mineral water and my other bits and pieces, and I was feeling fine. So I sat down and I thought, right, I'm going to do some washing up. I'm going to do some washing. And I just got on with the various bits and pieces that most women do. Washing up, cleaning, washing my clothes. I had a brief chat with my mother, and that's when it started to go down the pan, because my mum just cannot speak to me like a normal person. She's got to have digs at me and remind me of things that upset me, because my ex-husband, used to say, good girl. So she went to me, be a good girl. And that's when I started to go right down the pan. My mood did. So the afternoon dragged on, and it was very, very hot, 27 degrees, and I kept spraying myself with water. The heat makes you irritable. I wasn't answering any messages from anybody. I was just getting on with things. And I thought when it got to 3:30, Max looked at me, and it's because we go for a walk usually at lunchtime. So I thought, right, we'll go out. It was gone 3, and I thought, right, it's not going to be brilliant, terrible, terrific heat. So I went for a walk. There was a couple sat near the wall, and I told you there was a drunk roaming about. There was a guy with his hand out the car window like he was cruising, because somebody spread nasty rumours about me, and they keep asking me what do I do for a living and how do I get my money. Well, I'm on benefit, and it's a struggle because I have a disability. I suffer from chronic pain, and sometimes it's unbearable, but I don't moan about it, I don't cry, I just get on with it. So this psychotic nutcase is spreading it around that I'm a bike, I'm a pro, and I'm disabled, I have a disability, I'm going through the menopause, I can't have children, you know what I mean? And it's absolutely ridiculous. And that is why they're asking me what job I do, because you know what they're referring to, don't you? How do I get my money? It's obviously an ex or somebody I've upset that's spreading vicious rumours, and the police need to find them. Because this is ridiculous. It's affecting my everyday life. It's making me feel miserable. And it's silly. And I'm not ugly. I'm not ugly by a long shot. I'm a nice woman. I'm quiet. I'm polite. Yeah, I stick up for myself when I believe I've been wronged, or someone's doing harm to somebody, or they're doing something wrong. I stick up for myself like anybody else would, and that's normal. That's just normal. There's nothing wrong with that. Otherwise you get pushed over and treated like a doormat. And they will treat you like a doormat. If they think that they can push you about and shove you about and make you do things, they'll do it. So sometimes you have to shout from the highest rooftop, no, no. That's not being nasty, that's just making them know that you're not going to be pushed around and treated like a doormat. So I avoided getting run over. I came back into my flat, and I told you that he was in upstairs. I could hear his heavy feet, and there was loud music for about an hour on and off after he came in upstairs. Really, really loud music. And I looked out the window and I could smell something, and it brought on a headache. And it wasn't cannabis, but there was a smell. And it made Max angry. Max could smell it as well. And he was getting angry, growling. And he's normally a calm, contented dog, so I don't know what that smell was. So I started to get a headache when I came back home, a really bad one. And this loud music was getting on my nerves, but I didn't lose my temper, I didn't get cross. I drank lots of water. I thought I might have a headache because I'm dehydrated, so I drank 2 bottles of 500 mils mineral water. I thought maybe I'm dehydrated. I started to feel better, and then my Facebook kept pinging. Facebook. And they can't contact me on Messenger, so I don't know how they're doing it, but I started to get messages, and I read some of them. And they said they were 24. Bear in mind I'm in my 50s. He had a cap on his head and a pair of glasses. He said he was 24. It's usually say they're from Tunisia. And he started saying, talking about money. And he went, if you behave yourself or something, I'll send you some money. I said, I've got my own money. I don't need anybody to send me money. I look after myself, which is true. So before I took Max out for a walk this evening, he was like saying he was going to send me some money. And they never send you money. They're just winding me up. They're winding me up. When they think I'm hungry, a load of takeaway leaflets come through the door. It's just cruel, but I just ignore it. Because I went to the Co-op this morning. I've got a fridge full of food. I've got the money that my mum sent me. And I don't need people to give me money. I've got everything I need. So this guy, I was still feeling a bit ropey, a bit sick, because I've had quite a nasty headache. because of this strong pungent smell, and it wasn't cannabis, but it smelled like drugs, but I don't know, so I can't say. And it upset Max. He was in a terrible mood. So there was all these Facebook messages about the same time that Sean character used to text hi, and then we'd have a 20-minute FaceTime call, and he'd be dressed up in his geezer t-shirt, which is from Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses, and then I would get trouble outside, wouldn't I? I'd get trouble. That's right, it's a dog barking. It started Max off. Max, good boy. So I don't speak to that Sean anymore, and I haven't done for a few weeks now. Because I just had the feeling he was taking the piss. So I had all these messages, and I thought, I've got to take Max out. I take him out every night, and I thought, yeah, we're going to get trouble because these Facebook messages, look. So I put Max lead on. We went outside, went out the front, braved it, and started walking around near the Rochester Riverside office, and there was a lorry with 50 in it, 50, because this I'm in my 50s, and this guy said, how old are you? And I said, I'm in my 50s. So in the car park of the Rochester Riverside office, there's a lorry with 50 years on it. 50 years. Walked past that, and there was this funny foreign man stood by the steps, and he looked at me, and I just walked past him. I don't talk to strangers, so I walked past him, walked onto the field. It was raining, and there was a couple of lads on bicycles that went past me, and 2 joggers, young men, and I was just one woman on my own on that field with all these men. And on the floor coming home was a Peppa Pig from Asda. A Peppa Pig soft toy on the floor from Asda, and it had been run over by a bicycle, so the pig had bicycle marks in it. And some nasty people, because I've got a broken nose, call me a pig, which is lovely, isn't it? Because my nose is broken, I get called a pig. So they'd mashed this pig with a bicycle, run over it. It was all dirty and squashed. So I walked past the Peppa Pig that was squashed into the floor, and there was these cars coming at me with fluorescent lights, and I'd had a migraine. So I was walking around dizzy and disorientated, and there was 2 or 3 cars with really fluorescent headlights on, and they were just stood there with their lights, and it was going into my eyes, and I just walked past that, and Max had been grumpy because of that smell, because dogs are sensitive to smell, right? And that smell had given me a headache, so it had made Max angry. And he was nipping at my hand, he was biting it, not hard, but he was nipping at me. And I tried to calm him down, and then the neighbour next door was on the opposite side of the road, and her dog was going nuts again, barking its head off. So she was out opposite me. And this dog was making... I did not retaliate. I did not shout. I did not say a word, because I have been told to ignore these people. Ignore them. Don't take any notice of them. And that's what I'm doing. Because they're trying to make me look the villain, and they are inciting trouble, being horrible to me. seeing if I'll retaliate, and then I'll look mad, won't I? When it's them that's inciting the trouble, do you see? They want me to look nuts, and they are doing nasty things to try and make me angry, because they're covering up something, obviously. And it's all that bloody dog annoys me. My dog barks, yeah, but you don't even hear her speak or even try to stop it. That's what annoys me. And when it jumped on my leg, she didn't even apologise. I mean, my dog barks and I say sorry to people. It's just ignorance and jealousy, and it turns people into monsters. So I came back into my flat, and I just trying to, like, you know, calm down. And my mum rang the phone. My mum rang the phone, as she did last night, and there was a load of noise afterwards. Well, one night she rang and there was a load of noise, because I think the other night she didn't ring, she went to bed. No, that's it, she went to bed last night and there was a barrage of noise. She didn't call me, she went to bed. Now she's called me this evening and she sounded in a mood. I don't know why, because I rang her this afternoon to save her phone bill. So what I do in the evening is I just try and relax, make myself a drink, maybe have a nibble of a snack, watch a Netflix video or something. But do you see what this, it's just never ending. This has been going on since I left my ex-husband, been trapped in this cage, never meeting anyone real. There's nothing wrong with me, I ain't a hideous monster at all. I'm a nice person, and they're inciting trouble to make me look nasty, and I'm not. And I'm not the only one. I go through other people's YouTube channels. There's people that's lonely on TikTok. I'm not the only one. Not the only one that's on my own, you know, struggling with mental health issues, because it gets lonely at times. It does. I mean, pets are lovely, but they can't talk to you, can they? You can't have a conversation with a dog or a cat. I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't know what these people are getting out of it. I'll send you some money, and then there's blokes hovering around with plastic bags, and that's been going on for years as well. They haven't got money. They've got empty plastic bags or an empty shopping bag. I mean, the guy at Lansdowne Court, where I used to live, used to ride a bicycle and had bags attached to it, and he was helping females get hooked on drugs, heroin. So he was basically helping them take drugs and then taking advantage of them, probably. And he tried to do that to me, and when I stuck up for myself, he got quite violent, and I had to shut and bolt the door. He called me a scatty cow, because he was trying to he thought because he'd invited me into his flat, that he was going to come into mine, and he was covered in aftershave, and I thought, no. And when I reported his behaviour to the police, they said, oh, perhaps he's got mental health problems and I should just not worry about it. See you later.